Hey guys, I am sitting down to film my memory keeping spread for the last week in November, and I am so ahead of the game this week, you guys. I'm filming this memory keeping spread on Sunday afternoon, so I am thoroughly impressed with myself because this is early for filming a memory keeping spread because I still have, about 10 hours left in the week, or it's like 9 hours and 16 minutes at this point, but I am going to be using SPC's Thanksgiving Ultimate Kit, which has a really pretty scene in it. I used this last year in my fitness planner, I think. Yeah, I think I used it in my fitness planner last year, but it has this really cool kind of Thanksgiving meal scene going on, and this little turkey that I am quite a fan of, and pretty bottom washy, and then the glitter headers, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use the glitter headers in this spread. I may use the normal headers, we will see. So I'm going to start by putting down the flags at the top here because I always forget about these if I don't do them right away. So this week was absolutely zany. I hosted Thanksgiving for the first time ever, like by myself. I did like all the cooking and did everything, and it was a lot of fun, but it was a lot of work. So I'm gonna start with this sidebar. But we had our big family meal on Friday, not Thursday, because Joe was on call on Thursday. So he was at the hospital the entire day. And of course, I'm gonna struggle to get this down, but we'll get it there. Be a little crooked, but it's really hard. This is like so lumpy at this point. It's almost impossible to get anything down without it, like with it being, it's hard to get anything down straight. I was gonna say not crooked, but that would be straight. Straight would be a better descriptor. So yeah, it was very, very, very chaotic because we only have, we don't have double ovens or anything fancy, so I had to make sure everything was going to be timed where it would come out hot and that there was going to be enough room in the oven for different things. So I had my menu planned out pretty far in advance, and then I had a game plan like for when different things needed to go in the oven. I had all of my mise en place done way beforehand. I had things that could be prepped ahead of time. So I think on Tuesday or Wednesday night I made the cranberry sauce because that has to chill anyways. And it's not gonna, go bad sitting in the fridge for a few days. And then on Thursday, since Joe was working, I made the cheesecake. I made pumpkin cheesecake for dessert, so I made the cheesecake, and then I made the dough for, I made these really good pumpkin garlic knots that I've made before, and so that was a lot of fun, and, well, not a lot of fun, but I mean, it was fun, because I like baking. But then on Thursday, I basically got up and did all of the mise en place for all of the other sides, like some vegetables that needed to be roasted. I cut everything up and put them in a Ziploc bag with like the olive oil and all the seasonings that needed to go on them so that I could just dump them on the baking sheet and roast them at the end. I made the salad dressing. I measured out everything for the mac and cheese and shredded the cheese and had everything in containers measured out. I had all of the serving pieces that I was going to use, like I had those all pulled out, made sure everything was clean. I like I said, I set the timer for when everything, not timer, but like I had a list of times when everything needed to go in. And I also made like the sweet potato casserole earlier in the day on Thursday and like fully baked it. And then I stuck it in at the lower temperature that the roast, like I did a Boston butt roast, which is actually from the shoulder of a pig. Why it's called a butt roast when it's from the shoulder makes no sense to me, but Boston butt. I did like a cider braised pork roast. So that was pretty simple to make, and then I was able to like get the gravy together while the pork was, you know, chilling out and resting, and I was able to like crank up the oven after the pork came out and like roast all the things that just needed to go in, like the vegetables. I had roasted stuff in the salad and then roasted broccoli, and then at the very end I had baked the bread earlier to that day, and I baked the bread and then I like reheated it, and like some plain bread rolls too. So I'm gonna do this while I'm here. But it was like military precision getting everything done. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law helped me a lot at the end, getting like the table set, and as I was like filling things up, like serving pieces, covering them with aluminum foil and putting them out on the sideboard for, you know, and getting serving spoons and doing that kind of stuff. So, and it was a good time. The thing I was most impressed about was after everything was said and done and everyone left, the one thing I did do that I really was glad that I did was I made sure to run the dishwasher, and we have a pretty quiet dishwasher, but I ran it before we sat down to eat with as much of the cooking stuff in it as I could. And then my husband unloaded that after dinner, like after everyone left. And I got all the dishes in the dishwasher, and I have a pretty good dishwasher, so I didn't have to like, I just had to scrape off food. I didn't have to rinse anything. Everything came out sparkling. There wasn't a single speck of food left on any silverware or anything, which I've had some really cruddy dishwashers over the past couple of years, so it's really nice to have a dishwasher that actually washes dishes. So I was able to get all of the serving, not serving, but like all the plates, all the bread plates, all the salad plates, all the silverware, and then, you know, the glasses, and I had like some, like the rest of the cooking stuff that goes on the top shelf, like some measuring cups, and basically I was able to get a very full dishwasher load going. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna wash all the serving pieces and all the pots and pans and get everything totally done. And I think I started at like 9:50, and I was like, I'm gonna see, or a couple minutes after 9:50, and I was like, I'm gonna see if I can get this all done by 10:30. I said that to my husband thinking there's no way this is gonna take like at least an hour. And I'm just saying this so that my husband's not like, we're gonna be here all night doing this, and, you know, freaking out. And he dried, like I washed, he dried, because there was not enough counter space for everything. We had to leave stuff in the dining room until we like cleared the counters off and cleaned stuff that was already on the kitchen counters. But we got everything totally done in 40 minutes, and then we swept the floor, and I wiped down like all the counters, and I cleaned the stove, and I cleaned the stove as part of like doing the dishes because it was a disaster and it was freaking me out. I hate dirty, like having a dirty stove drives me absolutely nuts. So the first thing I did when I started, like before I even did the dishes, was I cleaned the stove. But yeah, I washed, my husband dried, got things put away, and then, you know, on to the next batch. It was less than an hour, including, you know, wiping down the sideboard and the dining room table and all that kind of fun stuff. It was maybe an extra 10 minutes after all the dishes were done of cleaning up the dining room and everything. It was just way faster than I thought when I saw the pictures. And maybe I will try here to like insert a picture of like the before and after so you can see why I was freaking out, but it was not that bad. It was not bad at all. So I'm gonna do this scene on this side of things. I think that'll be cool. I might use the turkey instead of the cornucopia so that like these three are color blocked. I guess the turkey's brown too, but it has the red head, so I really like the turkey. I want him in there. It was just very zany though. I was in the kitchen other than going to shower, and we took, after I had like the pork in the oven, I had like about an hour and a half before I had to start assembling other things, and I was able to show my in-laws because it was all my husband's family that came, so his parents and his 3 siblings and my sister-in-law's husband, so there were 8 of us. 1 second, I need water. Okay. And they hadn't seen the house since we moved in, and give them the 10-cent tour of the house, and we took the Christmas card picture for his parents outside. So I actually today had to like reconfigure my tripod. Normally I have everything set exactly where it is, and all I have to do is like open up the legs and put it in front of my desk. But I had to redo everything. It took me like way longer because I set it up like twice a year because I rarely change my tripod stuff, but I took the tripod out with my camera and did the timed setting so I could hit the button and run and jump in, and I had to take, like a bunch of photos in a row so that, if someone blinked, take a bunch in a row. It was very efficient, so we got those done in under 10 minutes. But yeah, it was really fun. It was kind of a bummer that is not the right color. Whoops. It's kind of a bummer being alone on Thanksgiving, but at the same time, it wasn't bad. I went to bed really early on Thanksgiving because I was just like, okay, I want this day to be over. But yeah, it wasn't bad at all. I do have to say, I was so full. Oh my goodness, I was so full. I didn't even like eat that much, but I think just because I've been eating at a deficit, like losing weight, and I barely ate. I maybe had like 500 calories the whole day, like up until dinner on like Friday. I was just cooking, I was like running around the entire day. Set those aside. So I have these I won't use, and then I might use like some of the stuff, but I'm gonna set those aside. On to the weekend. We'll get some washi to put down for the weekend banner. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I felt like I had a rock of like food in my stomach. Even all day yesterday, I still felt just so sick. I don't know. I didn't even eat that much. Like I had a little bit of everything, but it was like I'd have like that much of everything. So I had like around my plate, So, but I think it was just a lot of carbs. So it was tasty though. So my menu was, I don't think I ever said it. I did the pork roast. I did sweet potato casserole, which I don't make it super sweet. Like in a 9x13, there was a 1/4 cup of maple syrup in the whole like casserole. And I do pecans on top, not marshmallows. Baby potatoes that are like boiled, and then you put butter and parsley and steam them, and they're wonderful and delicious. And kosher salt and pepper, yum, yum, yum. The homemade bread. I did homemade mac and cheese. I did an arugula salad with roasted fennel and apple. Roasted broccoli. Cranberry sauce. And then the pork, and it had roasted apples and gravy with the pork. Because you roasted like apples afterwards in the pork fat, and it was so good. But yeah, there's something I'm probably forgetting. The pumpkin cheesecake for dessert. I don't know. I made a lot of food. So, but it was delicious. So on Monday, that morning, I did a bunch of editing for YouTube. And I want to put my currently reading down. I was still finishing up World War Z. That is my hair. We'll do this red one. I did finally finish it though. I'm on to Artemis, that's written by the same guy who wrote The Martian. Which was, I haven't read that one, but Artemis is really good so far. And it's Rosario Dawson. I'm probably totally butchering her name. Can't speak. So that morning I did a bunch of editing, and we'll grab a flag and okay, I'm gonna set these aside too because I'm done with those. And where's the freebie? Oh, it's right here. Oh my goodness. So let's do the computer munchkin. And that night, Joe and I cooked dinner together. And then I chilled out with a glass of wine and watched Good Eats, which is I'm still rolling on that. I love Alton Brown. It's just such a happy show. Like, nothing bad happens on Good Eats. I don't have to get emotionally invested in it. And I feel like I always learn, even if I've seen the episode before, even if I've seen it 3 times, there's always something that I missed the first time I watched it. It's just one of my favorite shows. So, do I want to use this, or actually I think I might use a Little Miss Papery TV just to have some differentiation so it's not all red, because sometimes with the icons, you know, the exact same color, is that everything with color blocking, I don't know, it's like not my favorite when it's too much, you know what I mean? All right, let's do, actually, like maybe this glittery, like the brown color. And I know I pulled out Coffee Monsters Co. wine glasses. Kind of layer those. I did this in my like actual planner too. I liked how this looked. There we go. On Tuesday in the morning, I did more computer stuff. I went through and deleted a bunch of my old video files. It was taking up almost an entire external hard drive, videos from 2 years ago, and I was like, even if for some reason something happened to my YouTube channel tomorrow, I would not re-upload any of these. Like, these are just not good. The only one I kept was the one I filmed with my mom. Like, I kept the raw footage of that because that's like a special thing, you know, for me. Like, that's something that even if YouTube disappeared tomorrow, I'd want to have that video of my mom and I together. But I got rid of everything else, which was very satisfying. I deleted so much, and then I moved all of like this year's videos over onto the hard drive because I was like, okay, well, I'll keep a year backup if for some reason YouTube deleted all of my videos. I don't know. It probably is ridiculous, but that was what I did on Tuesday morning. I have like all these food things because that's like all I did this week. Computer stuff. I have these laptops from Little Miss Papery. We'll do this kind of olivey green one. I think that works. And I also got the Glam Planner Mystery that day. I feel like there's gotta be a better way to keep myself organized here. We're gonna set this over here. Why don't I do my little, I'm like all over the place. I am so sorry, guys. I am just very blah. Okay. Little things would be Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Amazon. Okay. And then my Glam Planner Mystery. Okay, get that right there. And that night, after work, so in the morning I did this, and I also have coffee cups, because I always, whenever I edit in the morning, it's like my coffee time. I sit with my coffee, and I have my like Happy Light, which is like helps with seasonal affective disorder, SAD. And I do my coffee and my computer. I really am like into this layering. And those foiled coffee stickers are from Magic Prince Co. That night, again, I watched more Good Eats, and Joe and I went on a walk together, but how do I want to do this? I'll do the little running, walking man thing there. I can just do, you know what, I'm gonna move the Happy Mail up. There is just not enough room for everything that I want to go here. So I'm gonna try to move this. Kind of covers up most of that box, but oh well. And then I'm gonna put in like so for watching Good Eats and just chilling out. On Wednesday, I have my to clean checklist. I'm gonna use the red. And I'm gonna grab a to clean header, maybe. Where did they go? Nope, they're over here. That's a really somehow got it underneath. Maybe. And it was trash day. I pulled out my very quickly dwindling stash of Little Miss Papery Trash Day stickers. And this was just a really, really lazy night. I didn't do anything. I was just like feeling very overwhelmed by everything. So I wanted to pull out my drama stickers because these crack me up. Just feeling very like I can't do anything. I'm just overwhelmed. I don't know. Those drama queen stickers though crack me up. And then on Thursday was Thanksgiving. And then Friday was Black Friday, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. And Thursday, Joe was on call. So I'm probably just gonna use the little thing. Nope, those are the headers. I mix them up every time. I'm just gonna use the little Dr. Little thing. That makes sense. And this was just a day of prepping food and baking and that kind of stuff. So I pulled out my not Little Miss Papery, Planner-esque stand mixer sheet. Let's do this red-orange color. I'll do the glitter, the brown glitter. I like that. For baking the cheesecake, I also did a ton of laundry on Thursday, and I started reading Artemis. So where did I put my started reading? I know I got them out. See, I pull all this stuff out because I think it's gonna make this go faster, and then I just can't find anything. Sort of defeating the purpose. Put that down. And then I just prepped a ton of food, so I'm gonna grab some washi to block this off. I don't want to fold this in half because I'm gonna have to try to do that. And then I pulled out a ton of food stickers. I have my Once More with Love. Those will be for Friday. My Coffee Monsters Co. I also have these, which maybe I'll do, and I have these. I kind of want to use one of the Kirsten ones. Cool. And did a ton of laundry. I'm gonna do some laundry again today, but for the most part I did the bulk of laundry on Thursday just to get it done, and I had a lot of laundry, especially considering it was only Thursday in the week and I had done laundry the Sunday before. I just had a ton of laundry. So where is the freebie? You would think it's like every 3 seconds I'm trying to find, I don't know, maybe like pulling all this stuff out ahead of time just doesn't work for me. I'm thinking I want to go back to just, because I know where everything is when it's in its nice little happy accordion, and I can just have my accordions out and then I know where everything is. How do people that plan this way? I can't find anything. It's just like a disaster on my desk. My freebie's probably mixed in here somewhere, but I can't find it. Oh my God, it's right here. All right. I am a hot mess. I am not doing this again. So we'll do laundry, and I also filmed my memory keeping spread that day, but instead of pulling out a filming tracker, I'm just gonna get a little mini icon and mark that up there. And then on Friday, I did all of the cooking stuff, and I like really plowed through so much stuff. I'm just looking back, I don't know how I got it all done, but I did it. It's over. So I'm gonna put a half box there, and do that. And I'm gonna use this. I should have used this, the Penelope ones in my main planner. I think I forgot that I got both of them, like to do, depending on if it was a warm or cool tone spread, but this would have worked better because I did it's the most wonderful time of the year. I did this, and like looking back, I'm like, the silver would have gone better, but what's done is done. So I'll put that down, and what am I even looking for? Oh, the dishes. I feel like I need to mark the monumental amount of dishes I did in the planner. Put that there, and we also took Christmas photos. So I'm gonna put that in up there. Yesterday, I didn't do a whole lot of anything. I worked, I came home from work, I ate dinner, and I went to bed. I think I was asleep by 9 o'clock. Like I was in bed before 9 o'clock. I was so tired. So I did pretty much nothing yesterday. Yesterday morning, I did edit my pomegranate plan with me. And it was also the 1 month till Christmas, so I pulled out this $2 Tuesday from last year because it had the 1 month and I'd already used one of them. So I have like 6 or 7 different Christmas countdowns, and I sort of just pick the ones that will match different spreads the best, if that makes sense. I don't have a hard and fast, you know, this is the one I'm going to use and I'm going to use it every week, and you know, I just sort of pull, and if I end up throwing away like a few days of one, I throw away a few days of one. I don't get too stressed out about it. Well, that. And we'll use one of these maybe, or I also have this for editing, and I could have used that computer. I don't know, it doesn't matter, it's the same. Cool. That was everything I did yesterday. And then today we did the sheets first thing this morning when Joe got up, so I got up before him. I woke up at like 5, a little after 5 this morning because I went to bed before 9. So I was up, but did that. And then I'm also gonna put this munchkin here. I placed an order for some, like a hat and one of those headband things that goes around your ears from LL Bean. I got a really cute like hat with a big pom-pom on the back. I really like hats that look like that. So I do not currently have a hat though. I don't know why. It's like, I need a hat. So I'm gonna get a hat. And then I'm also going to mark doing some more laundry. And I pulled out a $2 Tuesday from Scribble Prints Co. that I've had for forever. I have a bunch of these. I'll use the orange one to mark doing laundry. And this is gonna be really super nerdy, but today there's been like a Pokemon event going on, and I think my camera might have cut off right at the very end of what I was doing. It looked like all of the stickers were pretty much down. I just put a few icon things up there on the heart checklist, but I'm going to go ahead and fill this out and decorate, and then I will be back. Alright, so this is the finished spread. This is actually Monday that I'm filming this as I was finishing up the deco. Joe and I left to go out for another walk because he had like other stuff he had to do, and one of my friends wanted help with homework for like some library science class he was in, so that ended up being my night last night. I didn't get a chance to finish filling this out, but I finished filling it out this morning, and this is my finished spread. So this was just a lot of fun to do something really fun and festive, and I'm sort of, it'll be a good roll-in into the very festive Christmas spreads I have planned. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!